What happens when the greatest footballer of a generation stands just one match away from another World Cup and watches the dream disappear? Millions of fans fell silent. Teammates dropped to the ground. The stadium erupted, but not for Argentina. At the center of it all stood Lionel Messi, a legend who had inspired the world for nearly 2 decades. This wasn't just another defeat. It was a moment that reminded every football fan that even the greatest players can't control everything. Stay with me, because this story is about heartbreak, leadership, and the legacy of Lionel Messi. Long before kickoff, the pressure was enormous. Messi had already achieved what many thought impossible throughout his career. League titles, Champions League trophies, Ballon d'Or awards, international glory. He had already cemented his place among football's greatest players. But every World Cup carries a different emotion. Every pass, every dribble, and every touch of the ball carries the hopes of an entire nation. The stadium was packed with thousands of Argentine supporters dressed in blue and white, singing from the first minute. Across the pitch stood an opponent determined to write history of its own. The tension was unforgettable. Everyone knew one mistake could decide everything. When the referee blew the whistle, both teams attacked fearlessly. Argentina looked confident early on. Messi controlled possession with incredible calmness, delivering precise passes that opened dangerous spaces. Every time he touched the ball, the crowd rose to its feet, expecting another magical moment. But football is unpredictable. The opposing team defended with discipline, closed every passing lane, and refused to give Messi the space he usually creates. Minutes passed. Opportunities came and went. The pressure continued to build. Then came the turning point. A quick counterattack caught Argentina off guard. Within seconds, the ball found the back of the net. The stadium exploded. Argentina suddenly found themselves chasing the game. Most players would have disappeared under that pressure. Messi did the opposite. He demanded the ball. He encouraged his teammates. He continued searching for one opening that could change everything. Every run looked dangerous. Every free kick brought hope. Every pass reminded everyone why he is considered one of football's greatest creators. But sometimes football refuses to reward effort. Shot after shot was blocked. Cross after cross was cleared. Time kept slipping away. The clock became Argentina's biggest opponent. As the final minutes approached, the atmosphere inside the stadium became almost unbearable. Every attack felt like it could change history. Argentina pushed higher and higher up the pitch, taking bigger risks with every passing second. Defenders joined the attack. Midfielders sprinted relentlessly. The pressure was immense. Messi continued searching for that one magical moment. A perfectly weighted through ball, a trademark dribble between defenders, a curling shot from outside the box. The crowd held its breath. But somehow, the goalkeeper produced another incredible save. The rebound bounced loose. Another Argentine player rushed toward the ball. Blocked again. It felt as though destiny was refusing to smile on Argentina. The clock ticked into stoppage time. The fans sang louder than ever, hoping for one last miracle. Every second felt like a lifetime. Then it happened. The referee looked at his watch and blew the final whistle. The opposing players erupted in celebration. Some collapsed onto the pitch in tears of joy. Others sprinted toward their supporters, knowing they had achieved something unforgettable. On the other side stood Lionel Messi. He didn't argue. He didn't complain. He simply looked around the stadium, taking in the moment. His teammates slowly gathered around him, many unable to hide their emotions. For every football fan watching around the world, it was a heartbreaking image. Sometimes victory belongs to one team, but respect belongs to everyone who gives everything until the very last second. One defeat can never erase a legendary career. Lionel Messi has inspired millions with his skill, humility, and determination. Champions are remembered for the trophies they lift. Legends are remembered for the way they inspire generations. Whether celebrating victory or accepting defeat, Messi has always shown the world what true sportsmanship looks like. And that is why his story will continue to inspire football fans for decades to come. If you enjoyed this football story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more emotional football documentaries, legendary moments, and unforgettable stories from the beautiful game. Because in football, every ending is simply the beginning of another unforgettable chapter. As the stadium slowly emptied, one image remained unforgettable. Lionel Messi stood in silence, staring across the pitch. The celebrations continued around him, but for a brief moment, the noise seemed to disappear. This wasn't just about losing a football match. It was about watching years of sacrifice, discipline, and dreams come to an end in the most painful way possible. Children around the world who had grown up wearing Messi shirts felt the heartbreak. Parents who had watched his entire career felt it too. Even rival fans paused to show respect. Because moments like these remind us that football is bigger than trophies. Football is about emotion. It's about believing until the final whistle. It's about getting back up after every defeat. And if there's one thing Lionel Messi has taught the football world, it's that true greatness isn't measured only by victories. It's measured by courage, by humility, by never giving up, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Years from now, fans won't only remember the score, they'll remember the passion, the leadership, the unforgettable moments that made Lionel Messi one of the greatest players to ever grace the game. His story didn't end with one defeat. His legacy had already